we're gonna be spending a week living with the new Ford Mustang Mach-E. And as somebody whose first car that I bought out of college was a Boss 302 Laguna Seca, and I currently have this GT350R, I'm really interested to see what this pure electric crossover Mustang is like. We're gonna find out. Here it is. You'll immediately notice the Mustang badge up front. I actually don't think there's any Mustang badges on my Shelby 350R. There might be, but Mach-E, it is the all-wheel drive version. It is a crossover. You see those Mustang-inspired taillights, another Mustang badge. With that, let's hop inside. We're heading back to the office where I'm gonna charge it up a bit more. Oh, wow. Okay, that is quite different from what's hiding in the garage right there. First, we'll set up Apple CarPlay. Look at this big vertically oriented touchscreen. And we have another smaller digital screen right here in front of the steering wheel. This is very, very different, but we'll see what the future of the Mustang brand is apparently going to be like. Wireless CarPlay running. We have a window sticker here. This vehicle is not for sale, so no pricing on it, but it's rapid red paint. 2021 Mach-E all-wheel drive. It's the 88 kilowatt hour. It is a premium, 2021 premium. All right, I don't think the GTs are actually available yet. We're showing 146 miles of range, 58% battery charge. Let's go plug it in and see how long it takes to charge to 100%. Hopefully by the time we leave work to come back home. Coming to a stop. We've got our drive modes pulled up on the center screen. We're just in the regular whisper mode here. The one pedal drive really affects how aggressively the vehicle slows down when you let off the accelerator. That's flooring it. That actually, I mean, that instant torque really does hit you. Again, this is not the top tier GT model, which is quicker, but it's very smooth and still pretty quick. And the life of an EV owner. Gotta plug it in to charge. Standard plug. In we go. Looks like it's charging. Coming out to the Mach-E late at night. Mustang inspired taillights for sure. You can see the little buttons that you push to open up the door glow. Kind of pops out when you press them. Same thing with the rear doors. You just press this little button. Springs out for you. There's nothing to grab on the back here, but the front has this little wing handle thing. There's also a touch button above it that locks it. So everything locks back up. Let's see what our state of charge is. When you unlock it, you see this animation playing on both the digital display screens there. It's pretty cool. A lot of newer cars seem to be coming with those type of things. Not quite fully charged, but almost. Go ahead and unplug it. We'll clean this cable back up. This red paint looks really nice. Car's a little dirty, it rained. You see those flashing lights? You can't see those with your eyes, it's just through the camera. Go ahead and turn it on. That is the startup noise you get in the Mach-E. So it's showing 97% charge, 254 miles of range. We'll see if that changes given on how I'm driving it. The reaction people have when they see this seems to be completely polarized. That's what I've noticed so far. Either they think it's the worst thing in the world or they think it's the coolest thing in the world. Some coworkers are like, that's a Mustang? Why is that a Mustang? What is that? Some were curious, and then there were some that were like, oh my God, that is so cool. It looks awesome. I love electric vehicles. Can I see more things about it? So I'll definitely see more of how people react to this vehicle. I will be sharing more of my thoughts as somebody who has owned a couple of them and spent a lot of time in. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the Mustang platform and the different vehicles that Ford Motor Company and Ford Performance has produced. When the car is unlocked, you can see it has this projection lamp of the Mustang Pony logo. Lights up on both sides. It's a pretty nice touch. So the Mach-E in unbridled mode makes noises. Through the speakers for sure. You can turn it off with the propulsion sound. Well, listen to this. Interesting. It also makes beeping noises when you're in reverse, and if you go to the different drive modes, it will quiet down a bit. Yeah, Whisper has nothing, I think. How does this thing handle? With electric cars, tires make a little bit of noise. Electric cars, you get a very low center of gravity with the battery pack. So Whisper is like silent, as befitting the name Whisper for the drive mode. Late Friday night, leaving work, we are fully charged and it's showing 230 miles. I believe this all-wheel drive extended range is rated EPA 270 miles, so the driving style has decreased that a bit. It seems an electric car range is very rarely able to exactly match the rating. They often have a little bit of discrepancy, but this current vehicle, the way it is, fully charged, 229 miles. It's super late. Let's head home and we'll pick this up tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to another rainy day with the Mustang Mach-E. We're off to a haircut because my hair is a disaster. Then we actually need to go to Home Depot and get a ladder, so we'll be testing the practicality of the Mach-E. I'm planning on folding the rear seats down and hopefully that gives us enough space to get this ladder. I have a smoke alarm on a vaulted ceiling that I can't reach with my current little step ladder, but that's completely irrelevant to the vehicle, but that's why I need to go to Home Depot. We've got 97% charge, 213 miles of range. I don't plan on charging it today, and we're going to be running some errands. We'll be filming it, so we'll see how much of that pure electric range I end up using. I really like this cloth finish across the entire dashboard. I believe that is a B&O sound bar essentially over there. It's a 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. You can see the little B&O metal logo on the speaker on the door too, and it's got that cloth finish. And we have a more textured, I don't think this is actual carbon fiber, but it looks like carbon fiber. Nice texture trim, 15.5-inch touchscreen with another 10-inch center digital screen, which I like. I think it's nice to have a screen here, not pretty much deleted entirely like the Tesla does and give you a heads-up display in a center screen. So I'm a big fan of this too. We're in regular mode. Again, it's still kind of jarring to see a Mustang logo when you hop into a crossover and it makes no noise, but we are previewing the future. Otherwise, the interior quality is really nice. This is a premium trim level, and the leather stitching and everything and the materials all feel really nice on the inside and definitely worth the price tag, I think. Big fan of this interior, actually. We're waiting for a train to go by, so a good opportunity to check out some other things on this Mach-E interior. The center screen I actually like a lot, so cool little touches here. You see this little model of the car? When you tap that, it turns and you get your drive mode controls, your camera settings. So since we're at a stop, we can take a look at the cameras, exit out of that. The different drive modes do change the characteristics of the car. You do have a propulsion sound like I talked about earlier. The ambient light you can't really see because it's light out right now. Valet mode, driver assistant access. I don't know what this is. Oh, so it's the charging port access, things like that. It started raining again, but I have picked up a ladder and now I need to see if it'll fit in the back of the Mach-E. So I just have it propped up on a lift gate there. Open the back doors here and fold the second row down. So I think there should be a handle somewhere right there. It's windy. Practicality. That's what you get when you have a crossover Mustang. Practicality. 60/40 split folding seats. So that side down too. Now, let's see if it'll fit. It's a 5'5" ladder. We don't currently have a flat load floor, but if you see, there's little like platforms right there. So I think this cover, I can't do this one-handed holding a camera. Trying, okay. Struggling. Now I have a flat load floor. This cover can sit above there, so that's convenient. All right. That fits. That passes the practicality check. 5'5" ladder in the back of the Mustang Mach-E. Without a doubt, the most practical Mustang ever made. You might be able to see the bump there. I did just smack my head pretty hard on the back door, the roof of the back doors of the Mustang Mach-E. So the roof line does come down a bit. It's got that kind of crossover, sporty four-door coupe type of look to it. That hurts a little bit, so. You get this pretty cool trip breakdown of where your energy use is going. So climate, route, accessories, external temperature. This is just a short 2.5 mile drive home from Home Depot. But acceleration, I know that's not going to be good because I enjoy burying the go pedal and coming off the line quickly. Deceleration's fine. Speed is good, 100%. I also reset the overall trip computers when I started driving this. And so we've got the breakdown 103 miles. I don't know why these are only at 2%. Maybe that's why the range isn't at the full EPA rating because I'm driving like a moron, but 2%, it can't be only 2%. Like, look at this. At least I did well here, so I'm not sure about that, but this is a cool feature too. And then below that, you get the climate control things that remain there. The built-in volume knob, which I like a lot with the, you can still see the touchscreen inside there. Ooh, that was a cool effect. The heated seats are really strong, like really, really warm, which is nice. The rain stopped for a bit, so let's do an exterior walk around of the Mach-E. Even on a gray, cloudy day, this rapid red paint looks really nice. Starting around back, you have the tri-bar taillights. They are the sequential turn signal, just like you'll find on the Mustangs. You do have this extra horizontal piece that comes in there that also lights up, so that's a little bit different. Another pony logo out back for the Mustang. I don't love the rear end. It's not my favorite part. I think the front end looks better, but unmistakably Mustang styling out back. And obviously, as a pure EV, no exhaust tips down here, just smooth, clean. Looks like glossy black plastic. You see sensors in the bumper there, but it's plastic on the lower versus the painted body upper. This has the upgraded 19-inch wheels for the Premium. We got the black accents there too. Around back, we've got 225/55 R19 tires, just some Michelin all seasons right now. Up front, what kind of tires? Same Michelin, same exact. So 225s. My GT350R out back has 325s on it right now, so it's a lot wider. Again, it's a crossover, right? It doesn't need 305 section tires on it, like Scorstan's 305 on a performance pack. We have a Mach-E 4X. So I assume X or 4 will refer to the all-wheel drive. I actually need to go look at some of the other badges on the other ones, but this is an E all-wheel drive version, but got a cool little badge on the side there. This is really clever. See, this is still part of the roof, and it's black, and the body line comes here, the painted red. So if you go back, it makes the vehicle look way more sporty. The roof line looks like it angles on. Actually, if you ignore that black piece there, ignore below that, that actually looks very much Mustang-like. This rear quarter area, that very much looks like a Mustang. No, Mustang Coupe. This is a Mustang. Side view mirrors are blacked out, and then this is where I really like. I like the front end. I think the front end of the Mach-E looks really nice. This red paint does look good. It doesn't have a grille. It doesn't need the airflow up there, but we do have active airflow management. Those are little shutters that will open and close. We have a camera in the middle there above the pony logo, and then some sensors there, and then the headlights with the DRLs, like the 3-segment DRLs. I think they look really good. Really clean, modern, Mustang inspired, obviously. I'm a fan of this front. I think it looks way better than the Tesla front ends because the Teslas just look like giant computer mouse. But yeah, big fan of the way the front end of this thing looks. Or on the other side, we have the charging port. It's asymmetric. Charging port is on the driver's side. I know the updated Audi e-tron on the higher trims like Premium Plus and Prestige, you can have dual charging ports, one on either side. This one just has it on the driver's side. Pops open. Another Mustang logo, horsepower. Yes, is that supposed to be an Easter egg? I'm not sure. Yes, it has horsepower. Kind of indication of the status light here that shows you how much charge is going on. It's just a standard plug, so just plugged it in here at work. Go ahead and close that. Another little Mach-E badge on the side. That's the Mach-E exterior. I almost forgot the front trunk. So you pull this twice, and you come around to the front. Yes, I know the vehicle's on. And because there is no engine here, more storage. So this is actually, this divider thing is fixed in here. You can put bags, like your charger, whatever you want. That is for windshield washer fluid, looks like. It's all clean underneath here. Interesting, there is actually the emergency exit egress type of button. You would click that to get out if you were to get stuck in here, but you'd have to be very small to fit in that. The other cool thing is, you know, like hoods on regular vehicles or the front trunk on like an Audi R8 or a Lamborghini, even once you pop it, there's another latch you have to grab. This one doesn't have it, so you just pull the little lever twice and it does release. First time up to freeway speeds in the Mach-E. It's pretty quiet. You don't notice much wind noise. It's got pretty good passing power. You do hear that propulsion noise that is completely generated inside the vehicle. So we hear that. Otherwise, this is a pretty good freeway experience too. Heading our way to brunch. Andrew's got the RS7. Car looks so good in Nardo Gray. We finished up brunch. I had to fight the urge to go into a food coma after that, so brought the Mach-E out. The weather ended up turning out nice this Sunday, so I cleaned the car off, been filming the B-roll, just did the intro, interior shots, things like that, getting the details on the outside. It's actually really interesting. Some passerbys, I'm just parked in the park right here, getting some nice shots of the Mach-E. They've given thumbs up. I saw some people taking pictures. One lady walked by and actually asked me a couple questions about it, and I asked her what she thought about it. She thought it was the coolest thing ever. She was really impressed, thought the interior looked amazing, loved the big screen. So it seems like the perception of maybe non-car people or people aren't as big of enthusiasts is very much a positive impression of a pure electric Mustang crossover. The people who are more traditional, they like their internal combustion engines, they like the fact that a muscle car like a Mustang or a Camaro or Corvette needs to have a V8 and rear wheel drive. Those are the people that seem to be a little more upset about the Mach-E. And again, like I said earlier, the reception is very polarizing. Some people are like, this thing is awesome. It looks so cool. The screen is awesome. It's a pure EV. That's awesome too. But on the other end of the spectrum, people are very upset about this. So I'm still kind of halfway in between. I've pretty much finalized on the fact that I really, really like it as a daily driver. I think it's great, and I absolutely would daily drive it as an EV. After driving things like an Audi e-tron, I've driven Teslas. I haven't spent time in the new Volkswagens or any of the, I think the Asian manufacturers, their hybrids or their pure electrics. But I think this is a great EV, a great daily driver. I've actually very much liked living with it. You just hop in it and go. Grabbing dinner last night in the rain, cargo capacity, practicality, and driving is pretty quick off the line. We'll talk about more of the driving impressions in the review itself, but living with this Mach-E, I'm enjoying it. I need to hop in now, pack up all my camera gear. We're going to take it for the actual review, my driving impressions on the road. But this is my last day. I'll have to charge it up later. But yeah, it's impressive. It's definitely impressive for Ford's first, is it their first pure EV? Maybe. I should probably know that since I'm talking about this vehicle. Anyways, make sure you also check out the full review. That's where I'm getting all in depth with things like the powertrain, the 88 kilowatt hour battery pack, and the horsepower output. And we'll talk about the driving impressions in that one. It is clean now. It looks nice. It's been rainy all week, so I just finally cleaned it off. And the propulsion sound is refusing to stay on. So I toggle that, and it toggles itself off. Toggle that, and it turns off. I've tried going into the different drive modes too with engage. I mean, this is just normal Mach-E silence. Huh. I will try to turn it off and turn it back on, but as of right now, no propulsion sound anymore. So I just got here, parked. Charging station, electric vehicle charging station. We've got 4 spots here for vehicles like the Mach-E to plug in and charge, and some jerk parked a C63 AMG here. This is a V8 with a supercharger. Anthony, you took my EV spot. This is just rude. This is for electric vehicles. Look at that Mach-E though. That red paint is looking really nice. Clean off the car. When this first came out, I'm like, okay, it's pretty sharp looking, but a Mustang crossover? Now that I'm spending time with it, see it in person, it looks nice, it looks good. It's a good looking vehicle for sure. And now it's cleaned off, you see the sun hitting that paint. I am a fan of the styling for sure. Let's get some electricity into it. I'm gonna go inside and kick Anthony's butt in Mario Kart. And that wraps up my time with the Mach-E. I am absolutely really looking forward to trying out the GT version of the Mach-E. A bit more power, a bit faster. Make sure you guys also check out the full formal review I did, along with my thoughts on the Mach-E as a GT350R owner, just kind of a free-form discussion video I did. Thanks for all the support.